Y'all, today we'll be doing the first how-to video. So we will be doing front pads on this Scion right here, the all-ultimate daily driver. So first I will walk you through some safety precautions that we gotta take. As we are doing the fronts, I have the jack set up right here, have the front wheels off the ground. First safety precaution, because this is a manual transmission, I am leaving it in first gear. E-brakes up, and then the blocks behind these wheels. Obviously, this is some. See, these are not my pads. These are all some work, but I still do have mine. So we're still gonna grab those in a minute. We're gonna need a socket set. You really don't need a gun, but I will use a gun just to make life easier. Sockets for that gun. I'm using gloves because I hate washing my hands after. You're gonna be using that ratchet. I might be using my 3/8 gun. You are going to need a flashlight. I may be missing a few tools that I probably should name, but if we are, we'll still walk through them in a minute when we do actually get to doing the job. I've been waiting to do this brake job to get the Scion back on the road so I can put my Infinity back in the garage. I really got tired of dealing in the Infinity. I feel bad doing it. So first step what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the front wheels off, and just for extra safety, we're gonna put them under here just in case it goes left, you know. To avoid losing lugs, we're just gonna put them right back here. Now that these are on, it's time for me to show y'all how these brakes work. So, for those of you who don't know, we're gonna keep it nice, we're gonna keep it simple. The way it is the brake lines right here. When you press your brake pedal, the caliper presses down these pads on that rotor and it stops the vehicle. But what happened is, see some of these dark spots on that rotor? That is all some heat from friction, and this right here will be your pad, which my pad does not look that bad on here, but we'll take a look at the other side. All right, the moment of truth. These pads are really not bad. I mean, the rotors, probably need rotors. I'll wait for the rest to get off of this, but I do see some dark spots. I might need rotors. So, I mean, we are not doing rotors today, but I will show y'all how you can do the rotors in this video as well. It looks like I'll also eventually need to do the rears. See how bad my rotors are back here? Probably have to get that done too. And the pads are honestly not that terrible. Anyway, just to get started, I like to use this flashlight. Just hang it from another car like this so I don't have to, keep looking for what I'm looking for. This one is from Snap-on, but you can get much cheaper options that are probably still very, very good. So I really wouldn't recommend you just buy Snap-on like I'm doing. I just decided to go a little bit fancy with this one. Still gonna actually do it in a minute, but what you would need to do is you go from here, you go look up here. Since we're just doing pads, we're only gonna take the caliper off, which is this bolt and this one down here. But if you were going to do rotors, you would take the entire bracket bolts off, which is here, and the other one is, I don't know if you can see it, but it's the same one down there, and you will basically just hammer the rotor out of place. So one thing I do like to do, just to save myself some time, just to be a little bit quicker, when I do a step, I just do the same exact step on the other side. So when I take these two bolts off from take the caliper off, I'm gonna go to the other side. I'm gonna take the caliper off as well, just because I don't like repeating steps, changing sockets, or doing anything like that might slow me down. If you do a step, just do it on both sides, especially if you have, if you're able to do both sides at the same time. Just to clarify, every time I'm showing y'all a step, I'm gonna stop the camera and go ahead and do the same step on the other side, but I will be just showing you this driver's side right here, just to make life, a little bit easier. So we got a ratchet, got a slightly long one, just, wrong way. Just to make it easier to work with, I got this long ratchet, and we take it loose. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. So this car, this Scion, it's really easy on the Scion to do brakes, much easier than most cars. So I'm going to be thankful. But some cars, bro, it's gonna be so tight in here. Good luck getting in there, honestly, man. This is one way I like to do it, just to make life a little bit easier. If you're only doing pads, might as well just only take one of the bolts off, keep the other one on, maybe, maybe break it loose, but keep it on, just so you know, you don't have to worry about lighting stuff up. What you do is just you pull these pads out. I'm gonna keep them down here for now. Pull these pins. Sometimes you might need a hook or like a flathead screwdriver to pull these pins out of place. If we're being technical, you really could use the old pins. But if we're being right, then no, do not ever use your old pins. In some cases, like this one, you don't even need to like hammer the rotor out, it'll be loose. So, this one's kind of lucky, even though I'm not doing the rotor, but I guess you can count that as lucky. What you're gonna want to do right before you actually go on to the next step is compress that caliper. You use one of these tools, or there's other tools different that you can use. This one's honestly my favorite though. See, the thing is, this one is so easy to use and so effective. I just love it. Also, in some of these cars, you can't just do that. You would have to put it in maintenance mode for brakes because they will have sensors. It's mostly new Hondas. So you really will have to be careful with some of these cars. Thankfully, it's a 2012 Scion TC. It barely even has, an engine at that point. Take the clips off, you just put the new ones in. Alright, so these clips are going to be different between car and car, but this is how it should look like if you have a 2012 Scion TC. This is what the final result would look like. You just put these clips back on. Be careful, there's two kinds of clips. I just noticed that there's the clips that go around and then there's the clips that go on top of the pad. So, now that you have them on, you put the caliper back down. I would only recommend one more thing. You gotta be careful with that. This is the last safety precaution. So, you did your brakes. Now we put the wheels back on. First thing you want to do is you get back in the car. Make sure it's in neutral. Grab the key. You start. And you pump the brakes. You do not take it to the road before you pump. Sorry, connected to the Bluetooth, but you do not take it to the road until you pump the brakes enough and the brake pedal feels nice and stiff as it should. Now, that this is all over, you guys know how to change brakes now, and I can finally put the Infiniti in the garage and start daily driving the Scion again. Hope y'all found this video helpful. Go subscribe to my YouTube, like, comment, let me know what I should be doing next. Like I said, I will be doing a lot more customer cars for videos. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, comment over there, give me video ideas. I'm always taking some video ideas. And as always, keep going from room.